The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Bob, you're sitting out there in that sun watching the All-Stars, aren't you?
Yeah, didn't make it yesterday.
Oh, you didn't make it yesterday. Okay.
I got doctor's appointments all this weekend.
Oh, that's right. You got daughter. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
That's where
but you've been sitting out there in some of them. I know you've been
was there
talking
last
about it.
week, right?
Last week, yeah. Oh, we're wrapped up here in Jesup now with it?
Yeah, the district ended yesterday.
Yesterday.
And in Waycross. So, again, the boys swept in Waycross. 8U, 10U, 12U, 14U all won district championships. And the 12U girls won the district championship here in softball. The 8U and 10U finished runner-up. So,
okay.
But 8 of the 11 teams are headed to state next week.
Isn't that great? 8 of our 11 All-Star teams heading to state. So congratulations to the Wayne County Recreation Department.
District tennis being
hosted
hosted here tomorrow, and the district golf Thursday in Alma, Georgia. So we wish those athletes the best of luck as well.
Okay. Well, we've got a guest in here this morning on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. What are we talking about, Bob? Who do we have?
Well, we're supposed to have Chamber of Commerce Dina Bennett, but that ain't Dina Bennett sitting to the.
No, definitely not Dina Bennett.
It ain't Carrie either.
It ain't Carrie either. But Jason said, "Why?" But we're supposed to be talking about legacy dinner.
Yeah.
So you're filling in for them.
Yeah. I got some information
you're
on
pinch,
it for
you're
you.
Pinch hitting.
I'm pinch hitting, man. You know, Carrie went and took the DDA job. I'll try to do what she would have done, I guess. I don't know.
All right, Jason Weaver sitting in for the chamber today. Talk about the legacy. Go ahead.
Well, it's set for Thursday, June 27th at the barn at Live Oak Ranch. Tell us about the location. Why this is something new at the barn.
Yeah,
it's normally at the country club or at Coastal Pines. So
they made it a little semi-formal event, and the barn. Have you ever been out there? It's very.
I asked Butch about it. He said he's seen it, but I've never been out there.
I've seen it from the road. I've never been in it before.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and
yeah, I've heard it's very nice.
Yeah, and they're just making this legacy dinner, kind of what it is, a legacy dinner. I mean, a very nice event.
Mm-hmm.
A very
so we're gonna hold it in the barn.
We're gonna hold it in the barn.
Okay.
We're from the country.
6 p.m. Is it air conditioned? That's what I'm asking.
We gotta wear. We gotta wear our good overalls.
Yeah. Get you some new Dickies.
Is the barn air conditioned?
Yeah, the barn's air conditioned.
Okay.
Or Pointers. If you're rich, you can get Pointer overalls. If you ain't, you gotta go to Walmart and get Dickies. But yeah, it's air conditioned, and
of course it is. It's a very nice venue.
That most people that's marriage, a big get married place.
So that's where
get married place.
Yeah,
so you all hitched up there at the barn. We're getting hitched up at the barn, baby.
He set the barn right out on a horse.
I got you.
But
so they rent out for weddings and parties and things like that. I got you.
It is. It's super nice place. But what they'll do, they'll pass the gavel at this event to the next incoming president.
Chairman.
And who's that going to be?
Preston Groover.
Preston Groover going to be the new chairman?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Mark Watson's the outgoing.
Mark Watson's outgoing. That's right.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And you can get tickets at the chamber. This says try to RSVP by June 20th because they'll have limited tickets. And they said no same-day reservations will be made because, they're making it nice, so they need to know who's coming. And what this event is they give the awards out for the Ambassador of the Year, for the Excellence in Agriculture, for the Small Business of the Year, for the Business Leader of the Year, and the Distinguished Service Award winner. So it's a very nice event.
Right.
And you can contact Dina at the chamber, and she's got Faith, her daughter, helping her since Kara took that DDA job. And now,
I saw her the other day and asked her. She said she had several applicants that she was going through, trying to fill that position. But she says she's got some good applicants, so but she's still trying to go through the application process.
She had some really nice ones. Matter of fact, I was jealous because a lot of times when you put out a job, you don't get very good ones anymore. And she really did get some good applicants.
That is good.
I'm sure she's got a hard decision to make.
Yep.
And the tickets are $75. Is that for everybody, or normally it's the chamber members?
Yes, it says tickets are $75 a piece. That's
Okay, so it's just
all across
straight
the
up,
board.
All across the board.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what will be the schedule for the evening? Do you know that offhand, Jason? Because I know if Dina was here, she probably could tell it just off her head. But
Yeah, I do not.
Okay.
I do not know how like a run a show.
Normally they do the dinner first.
do the dinner
I'm
and then
sure
the
they'll do
awards.
the dinner and
Yeah,
then
they-
probably
then they
halfway
give
through
out-
you eating, they'll
then
start.
Then they give out
Right.
the awards.
Yeah.
And then you have a outgoing speech from Mark will give
Mark,
that, and
yeah.
the president will give the incoming, and it's just a little small. When I say speech, it's only like 4 or 5 minutes somewhere along there.
That's right.
Run down the awards again. They get, like I said, they give out several awards.
Yeah.
at this legacy dinner. That's what they do at the dinner. So it's the
Ambassador of the year, which I mean is the person, the ambassadors are the ones that come and help. It like when they have ribbon cuttings and when they have events.
And the ambassadors have a list of chamber members that they're
That
kind of
responsible
for.
That's right. That's right.
Because I'll
To
I
cater
usually
to.
get a call saying I'm gonna be your ambassador this year, Butch.
Yep. And Excellence in Agriculture Award, Small Business of the Year, Business Leader of the Year, and Distinguished Service Award.
Okay, and all
that-
these were voted on a couple of months ago
By
by
chamber
chamber
members.
members.
And that
had a list
Distinguished
they voted.
Service Award is like
that's named after James Harper.
that's right. It's kind of like the MVP.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
that, and it's kind of like a lifetime service to the community.
That's right.
Right, Distinguished
right.
Service Award. Yeah.
So it'll be a very nice evening. Again, semi-formal. Come out and have a good
So
time.
that's
I'm
wearing
sure.
a
I
that's
don't know what
wearing
the
a tie,
meal.
but not a tux, right?
That's right. I don't
Wearing
know
a
what
tie,
the
but a
meal
tux.
is, but I'm sure it'll be phenomenal out at the barn. I mean, there's no.
Okay. Women like to dress up, so they'll be dressed up semi-formal, and the guys just wear a jacket and tie or a suit.
That's right. That's right. We wear your seersucker. Tomorrow's seersucker day at the Capitol in Washington. So hey, wear your seersucker.
You got to
suit.
be kidding me!
No, I ain't
You
kidding.
made that? You didn't make that up?
I didn't make that up.
You
no.
didn't make that up?
It's on the news.
It's on the news. Seersucker Day. So what does that mean?
You got to wear your seersucker suits.
I don't have one. So I guess I can go to the Capitol tomorrow.
Do you have a onesie?
Oh.
It's the Capitol in Washington now. I mean that
Oh, the
probably
Capitol in
Yeah,
Washington.
that probably fit right in.
I was going to say, well, they're doing a special thing in Atlanta.
No,
So they
no,
got
no.
Seersucker Day up there in Washington,
Yeah.
D.C.
Yep. Seersucker Day. Ain't that something?
Well, that's gonna be
like they ain't got
interesting.
nothing else to worry about.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather them do stuff like that than the crazy stuff they do every day up there. How can they expect the country? How can they expect the American citizens out there to act normally when you got the leaders of this country acting like a bunch of kids, arguing with each other all the time, calling each other's names, and
And dressing up in seersuckers.
dressing up in seersuckers? Well, at least they got a sense of humor on some things. But it's just amazing, half the words that come out of our politicians' mouth is putting down the other side.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's just,
I agree.
And so they expect Americans, and why is America so divided? Well, just look at the leaders.
100%.
Look at the
On
leaders.
the same train you on.
Yep.
Today is Brian and Marty's first kid's birthday, Jarrett. Today's Jarrett Kemp's birthday. So
Happy birthday.
happy birthday from Wayne County to the governor's daughter.
And today is National Corn on the Cob Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I like
corn.
corn.
Is the corn out now?
Yes, some of it is out.
Some,
yes.
some already?
Yeah, and in the Feed a Kid program that Randy and them are doing, and we're handling and scriving.
Right.
They're putting ears
some
of
fresh-
corn
yep.
in it, and I'm telling you, it's some of the best looking corn I've seen.
I love sweet corn.
I mean, it
and you
looks
put that
good.
on the corn on the cob and put some salt and butter on that thing, and you got to get messy. I mean,
Man,
you got butter and corn
Hey.
kernels all over your face as you're eating that thing.
I know half the people listening has probably did this before, but we're from Scriven, and it takes things a while to get to us.
Okay.
And but this weekend, me
Y'all
and my
still have dial-up down
right,
there.
me and my we literally do still have Windstream dial-up down there. So we went to retreat center for the church, which was a vision retreat, a couple thing, and it was super awesome, super nice. No phones worked. It was amazing. And one of the meals they fed us was street corn, and it's a piece of corn on the cob, covered in like some type of spices and some ranch powder looking stuff. And you want to talk about messy, but good. Got the almighty nose.
Yes, sir.
And I know, I mean, they sell it. These vendors has got it at these vendor parks and all that stuff. But
Right.
but it was my first time.
First time.
Yeah, like I say, it takes a while to get down Scriven way
Okay.
things. But it was phenomenal.
Well, that legacy dinner's on that Thursday, June 27th, and that Friday, June 28th, it goes right into Scriven Independence Day celebration with the Second Chance Band there at the fire
Second
station.
Chance Band. In my understanding, they gonna have some dance contests. They got some trophies, the shagging contests and stuff like that. So I'm telling you, better lace them shoes up tight, baby, because they coming. I guarantee you, Bob. You know, you've been to a lot of them. They got a following, and then some of them guys, man. At the one that we just did, they just played for the chamber.
Right,
Yeah, you remember that older gentleman? He danced all night long, over 80 years old. Brought his dance instructor, has his partner, and son, I'm telling you, they danced all night long.
Well, good.
Can't wait to see you.
He may win.
He will win if he comes.
So he decided that he would load it later in life to learn dancing, and went and got and took dancing lessons, and he had his dance instructor there with him.
Out of Blackshear. They're out of Blackshear is what they told us.
Okay, and came to the event there. What event was that again?
It was the
fundraising thing for the Chamber
instead
of
of
Commerce.
the Taste of
Taste
Wayne.
of Wayne,
was the other thing.
right.
Yeah.
It was at the
Same
chamber,
thing. Basically
right.
the same thing.
Chamber event at the country club. Right.
Yeah.
It was a nice event.
Second Chance Band played there. Right.
Yep.
Sure did.
Isn't that something? 80 years
Bob
old. out there
thought
taking
he
them
bought
lessons.
into
Yeah, that's what I thought.
50-50
Yeah,
raffle.
right, yeah.
He sat around all night waiting on a penguin to be pulled.
That's when I got hoodooed and buying something I didn't know I was buying.
I remember that. I will never forget that.
What, buying the penguins?
No, they had the pond. What was it?
That looked the little spa area right there had
yeah.
penguins
in
floating
the
instead
kiddie
of
pool,
ducks.
they had ducks out there. They were pulling the ducks. I thought it was a 50-50 raffle, but it wasn't. It was a raffle for some. Was it a freezer or what?
A grill or freezer
I
or
don't know.
something.
He didn't
Yeah.
need one of them.
Something I didn't need. I thought I was going for the 50-50.
I said,
Jason
Bob,
I
come-
love the 50-50s.
Jason comes over and says, "How many tickets you get for the 50-50?" I said, "I got a bunch." He said, "Well, you're at the wrong contest." I said, "What?"
Story of Bob's life.
Yeah,
I said-
what you still
I
doing
said-
here, Bob?
I
I'm
said-
waiting on the 50-50. It's at the end of the night. I'm like,
Jason says, "You don't have 50-50 tickets. You got tickets for that raffle for the freezer." I said, "I don't need a freezer."
He doesn't use the one he's got now.
I didn't win anyways,
Yeah.
but I was kind of disappointed.
I think Shag even bought some into that. Thought he was in the 50-50, and he was in the penguin pool.
So it went to a good cause.
It sure did. It did. It was a good time.
As my friend said, it's just green paper.
Yes.
That's all it is.
They
Well, if you do think it's green paper, just give me all yours and I'll take it.
they print it every day, but
That's right.
They print it every day.
My friend
Go
used
to
to
that
tell me
trading
it's just green paper. They got plenty at the bank.
You had to do with, hey, go give me any free samples.
No.
I ask for that all the time. You got any free samples? No, don't have any free samples with me, Butch.
Again, give back to, we know the Second Chance Band's performing that Friday, but Saturday's a big day. A lot going on. It starts with the.
Okay, we're back to the Scriven
yeah,
events.
that's right.
now.
How's
We're
the,
back. We're talking to the. You got your mayor hat on now. We're
yeah.
talking about the Scriven events coming up.
How's
in
the registration going for the run and the stroll? How's that going?
The online registration, there was 7 that have registered online. Now this is the first time we ever done it. Miss Kathy Broadhead's kind of helping us because we've never dealt with Active, which is that
Road race.
online thing. And but we've had quite a few call and register through City Hall. And
that would be me.
That would
if
be
I can still run. 'Cause
me
I'm
too.
not going to do that online
I don't
stuff. Ain't
online.
gonna do
I'm
it.
not good at it. But everybody I talk to says they're coming. So I'm think that morning we're probably going to be influxed with. I mean, that's a lot of how runners seem to
they just
sign
show
up.
up the day
They
of.
show up and run.
Well,
and-
they don't know what's going to come up, so they
That's
kind of wait
right.
to the last minute.
And it's like that in everything in America
And
today.
again, the location is the Grace
Community
Park.
Center by the ballpark.
Right. So
Yep.
and registration's at 7 that morning, and the racing,
At
the
8.
walk starts at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
That's the last race I ever ran in was one that was in Scriven.
The
back in-
firecracker.
It wasn't 4th of July. I don't think so. I'd have to find my T-shirt because
You know, we used to be a big draw for it. We used to do the brag used to come through Scriven.
yeah.
Miss Janet done the Southern Pride Ag Ride
Right.
was all
Mhm.
done out
Yeah.
that way.
But way back in the late 90s, there was a road race there. And we
Okay.
left from Grace Community Center, went out to 9-Run Road, ran out for a while, down the hill, across the bridge, up the hill, back down, back around. And that's the last race I've ever run in. I placed first.
How about that?
Yeah.
What happened to the Scott Tillman road race? Remember that?
That was
race?
it. Yeah, that
I
is.
mean, they used to have an annual Scott. Whatever happened to that?
I don't know if it's still around or not.
I ran in that several times.
Yeah.
I still got
But I had-
my first place trophy from that.
I guess I could come down on my new titanium hip and walk and do the stroll.
The big thing now is running these bridges and these.
Oh, yeah,
runs.
yeah. Yeah, my youngest son Chad ran that bridge in the Talmadge Bridge there in Savannah one time.
Funny you should say that. I was watching when I go to the gym at 4 something every morning. I watch the news, and they're fixing to vote. They've got narrowed it down to 2 options on that bridge. They're fixing to change that bridge. That bridge is fixing to go up 85 more feet, or they're going to build a tunnel.
Tunnel's too expensive, they say.
So they're going to go, and they said won't start until 2025. Take them about 10 years to do it.
Yeah, that's the only way. Who would have thought that when you built that thing, you were going to have ships higher than what it is right now?
Yeah.
But in order for them to be able to still compete and be one of the top ones, they're going to have to do something because it's not quite high enough.
Yep.
And you definitely don't want to have to stop and the truck and they come through. And it's been so long since I've been over one of those. With
Jekyll was probably the last one I went
Jekyll,
over.
Yeah, that was always aggravating. You get to Jekyll and the arms would come down and the bridge would go up and you sit there and wait for
30 minutes.
Some person just with one sail, one little pole sticking up there, and you're sitting there and you can see it swaying back and forth as it goes through the road there, and you're sitting there for 15 minutes for one little boat to come through with that big tall sail.
That's why they can't bring another cruise ship into the Jacksonville port other than the Elation, because it's the only one that'll fit under that bridge right there to get out.
All right. Is that the Dames Point?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the newest bridge down there.
It
But
is.
it's still, older.
Yeah.
It's not like it did it last week. It's it's about 30-something years old, but that was the last one.
It's crazy. Some of these boats, man, I don't know how they don't top heavy over when I look at them cargo ships.
I know.
That is amazing.
Well, one did in Brunswick.
I'm like, that is
But that wasn't
amazing.
because they were top heavy. It was because they didn't have somebody wasn't paying attention to what they should be doing. Is what it was. Did you ever go there and see it in the harbor?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I went several times.
Yeah, went there and go on Jekyll to the pier or to St. Simon's.
I
Pier.
think probably the greatest story of that whole thing is them getting those men out of that bottom. For somehow, I mean, only by the grace of God, they heard them beating on that thing because it's so thick, they said. And they cut them men out. That was just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, they had to come up with a whole new game plan to get that ship out of that harbor, but they finally did. But it was a tourist attraction for a while.
Can you imagine how many millions of dollars was spent? Oh, Atlanta.
Jeez.
But yeah, that day, Bob, we'll kick off with that run, then we'll move over to
We're back to Scriven
Yeah, we're
activities.
all over the place, man.
We're back to Scriven activities.
This is how my brain is.
What date is this again now? June 29th. June 29th.
That's right.
That's Saturday, the day of the fireworks. It all starts early that morning with the run.
Road race.
with the
road
run.
race.
But after the race, what all takes place?
The grand opening of Dollar General.
What time's that?
10 o'clock. And we want to have a large crowd. They're going to give away all kind of stuff. My understanding, they're going to give away some pretty nice gift cards, too. And if you haven't been in our Dollar General market in Scriven, it's a little bit different than any other one you've been in. And they have fresh meat in there, like fresh cut pork chops, fresh cut steak. It is a very, very nice store. And going to serve our community and communities around us very, very nicely, we believe.
Okay. So that starts at, you got the
10
road
o'clock.
race and then the ribbon cutting for the Dollar General. And then what after that, after 10 o'clock?
Then vendors will start setting up and
At Grace Community Center?
no, around the Church and Morgan Street.
Okay, Church and
like
Morgan.
we all
Okay.
have done the past few years.
All right.
And the festival kicks off at 3 with fireworks at dark 30.
Which will be about
9:30-ish.
9:30ish. Somewhere on
And
there.
We hope to, we pray every year. Weather, we know it's probably going to rain because I always get that message from
You
Donnie
have an
Ray.
event in the Scriven.
and I know.
If you want rain, if your crops are dry, schedule an event in Scriven.
That's right. Hey, and we, you know what? We take them all. We'd love to have your event. We'd love to host your event in Scriven. We have a phenomenal facility. Come over and let us show it to you, and I promise you'll like it, and we can do you a good time.
Okay.
But and they'll rope off the ballpark area, and that's one thing. I'm older now, I guess, but I'm not really that old, I guess. So.
Not if you're on the young something or other for the state.
I'm on the Young Game Changers. I actually leave tomorrow for that. So
Yeah.
that's why my brain's in 90 different locations.
Okay.
But so I remember, and you guys probably remember, the festival used to be in the park, and the fireworks the fireworks went up right beside you. I mean, you were
it did.
standing
It was
right
all there together.
And now went from 300 feet to a little more than 300 feet, and it's just, man, there's so many rules and regulations.
Is that
and
state regulations?
Oh, I know it's state, but it's probably federal as well. I would
Okay,
think.
I didn't know if it was state or if it was the fire marshal required that. State fire marshal.
Well, no, funny you should say that. The state fire marshal had nothing to do with fireworks until this year. They just passed a law. The probate judge is the one who handled fireworks for the state of Georgia. Is that not the craziest thing you ever heard? And they finally was able to pass a law to say, hey, don't you think it would make sense for the fire guy to handle fireworks? And, I mean, can you believe there was some no votes on that? But whatever. So, we'll shoot those fireworks, and we pray that it's a great show and there's no accident and no faulty nothing, and because you never know. I mean, you don't never know.
Now, that's done by a professional crew? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Falcon Fireworks.
Falcon Fireworks, and it's
been doing it
all
for-
computerized, isn't it?
That is looks just like that switchboard you got right there.
there.
And
You
they sit there and they flip toggle switch.
All right.
And the craziest thing, Butch, those fireworks are lit with a 9-volt battery.
Each one of them? Or the
No,
whole?
no, one battery.
One 9-volt lights all those fireworks.
Sure does. All it does is makes that arc, and them fuses they run are so flammable, I guess is the word. I don't know a lot about it, but I know that they'll go boom fast.
Yeah, and they look so pretty.
Yeah. But those guys over there used to, your Kim Boyettes and David Lastingers and Andy and them, they used to light them things with railroad flares. I mean, that's how the fireworks show started in Scriven.
Yeah, back in the
John
good old
Royal, they
days.
light them with railroad flares right there.
Back in the good old days where safety was a second thought.
That's right. I mean, now,
Like I used to, as a kid, used to ride in the back of a station wagon.
now,
With my,
now you get 100 people coming up there hoping something happens so they can sue. Craziest thing ever.
Yep. So, first of all, back to the what you originally came in here for. Talk about that.
The chamber.
You're representing the Chamber of Commerce
Yes,
today.
sir. Yes, sir. The chamber is the chamber's event will be
The Legacy Dinner.
the Legacy Dinner, the passing of the gavel and awards ceremony of Thursday, June 27th at 6 o'clock at the barn at Live Oak. And
On Lanesbridge Road.
On Lanesbridge
Yes.
Road. Tickets are available at the chamber. Just reach out to those ladies at the chamber, and it's a semi-formal event, and they'll be giving away the Ambassador of the Year award, the Excellence in Agriculture, the Small Business of the Year, the Business Leader of the Year, and the Distinguished Service Award.
Okay. Well, Jason, good seeing you.
Man, it's always good to see you guys.
Anything else, Bob?
Just safe travels to Atlanta.
Yeah, well, Valdosta.
Valdosta.
Valdosta. I'm going to see your guy that just signed with Georgia.
Okay, Todd Robinson.
Mm-hmm. We're going to the Valdosta High School, so hopefully I don't know that I'm going to see him, but I'm going to try to make it a point to.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Fly.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Have a good day. World famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Brought to you by O'Quinn and Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Vans Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.